Hello and welcome to the August progress report of Fox's Fun Schoolhouse. Just in case if you're new, this is a series where I simply log what I've done this month for my upcoming Baldi's Basics fan game Fox's Fun Schoolhouse. Let's begin! August was my last month of summer break. So I really badly wanted to lock in and get at least something done. Thankfully, I managed to reach that goal and I got almost 2 extra modes done. One thing I'd also like to say is that I've seen tons of people ask for a demo free. I initially wasn't going to make a demo free, but with the way development has been going recently, I might just do it to give you guys at least something to play. There are some pretty important things I'd like to talk about later, but first, progress! cloneChaos and Fox's Fun Schoolhouse Legacy was rather basic, and it still is basic at its core. However, I wanted to involve you guys in the development. That's why on August 4th, I randomly decided to ask Jinx's server if they wanted to draw with me. Absolute madness. Why is it like tilting to the right? Go absolutely wild. I'm terrified to see what you're green room. Wait, this is cook. We're cooked. If you enter that room, you die in 2 seconds.
Yes!
Oh my god, hi, comment.
What is this? Why is Joseph here?
Yeah, you wrote this in the most like fancy.
Ah! He in a
What are you doing? Oh, is that Mario?
That's
In the meanwhile, while we were absolutely going ham on drawing the map, I was developing the cloning mechanic which the mode is known for. In cloneChaos, each time you collect a comic, you'll spawn another Foxo. However, in the original game, this wasn't communicated too well. That's why I added a little notification in the bottom right of the screen. After the event had ended, I made a draft of what the map would look like. To make sure that the map was as close to what people wanted, I opened a forum post for the community to make corrections. I'm honestly very surprised with how coherent the final map ended up being. While there are definitely dead ends, I don't really mind all too much considering it's an extra mode anyway. In about 2 days, I got the map working, placed all the decorations, did all the light maps, and made the mode beat. I did not realize that the mode was going to be this difficult. Okay, well, it's not like that difficult. I don't know. They're just so fast. Teacher Trouble, aka Triple Education, or for you absolute veterans, Double Education, is actually joke mode. Back in 2022, before Classic Remastered even came out, I really wanted to see if I could somehow recreate the Baldi's Basics look. When the game was released, I kind of pulled it off. It's far from perfect, especially Baldi, but it worked well enough to where it wasn't necessarily inaccurate. This time around, I kind of wanted to change it up a bit. You know Leo from Leo's Amazing Subjects? The absolute legend! I felt that maybe he was a bit left out, and Foxo too, but he doesn't really count considering we're playing the game anyway. The map was also really bland. Like, really bland. It's literally just Classic Remastered. So one day, right before going on vacation, I created this monstrosity. What is this? After creating that abomination, I had to go on vacation for a little while, so I couldn't work on the game. Thankfully, Jinx kept him occupied. The moment I came back, I created a new map, which was a lot better than the old one. I somehow, while still merging the maps together without even really changing the layouts, managed to create something that was not only acceptable for you guys, also matched the Baldi school layout. Next up was recreating Baldi and Leo. Baldi was easy, considering he just slaps. But Leo was a little bit more difficult. First of all, Leo's movement is particularly special because he slides around rather than moving linearly. Furthermore, he has a hammer which you can throw and grapple onto. All of this wasn't too difficult to make, and I actually had a blast recreating him. I also gave him new animations accompanying his actions. Let's go, Leo!
Hello there.
I recreated the Baldi rooms via an old Baldi decompiled that I made. With the Leo's Amazing Subjects Sheets menu and Rex Hax's help, I recreated the rooms from Leo. At last, I had to add the doors from the respective games. Here's a clip of me testing them out. The base for Teacher Trouble was pretty much done. I have all 3 teachers, I have the general map layout, and I have working exits. But after all of that, I realized that I had 4 days left of summer break. Ooh, here comes the sad part. Again, I'd like to reiterate that it's an absolute blast working on Fox's Fun Schoolhouse. It's never not been. But when there is a lingering, arbitrary release date above your head and the end of 2025 is slowly crawling towards us, it's not so fun anymore. I was stuck. I could theoretically try my best to get the game done by rushing it, but nobody wants a rushed game. And neither do I after working on the 2.0 update for almost 2 years at this point. What really got to me was the thought of having to rush my friends. That's something I never want to do, man. I want us to finish development with something that we're proud of and genuinely can look back at and enjoy. I made the tough but very wise decision to set the planned release date to 2026 instead. I know that it may come as a shocker considering how many times I've said that I wanted to release 2.0 at the end of the year, but it's for the better. I really badly want to make this game as good as I can. I'm probably a perfectionist at heart, and I'm sure a lot of you Baldi modders can relate to that. I'm sorry, but at the same time, there is no way that I am putting this silly little game over who I am as a person and my friends. If you're ever in a situation like this, please make the right decision. Thanks for watching. Development is probably going to slow down a bit because of school starting, but no big deal, I guess. I'm hoping that I can get more done in the following months, but we'll just have to see. Bye.